Hey guys, Zayden here and just got a huge harvest in the farm. We got every tomato. All 9 plants are producing. This is the first time we've gotten something from all 9 plants. And yeah, eggplants are just looking crazy. There's just so many of them, but they're not quite turning big enough. But seriously, eggplant probably the easiest annual vegetable crop you can grow here. Also, I've been seeing pumpkins all around. There's one hanging off the dragon fruit there. I hope it doesn't pull it down. And of course, that guy that's right back there, they're just growing like crazy. We're gonna get at least 4. So yeah, look at those papayas. They're really starting to grow here. And apparently in 6 to 8 months, we should actually get a fruit from them. It's gonna be kind of wintry during that time. So I don't really know if that's gonna happen, but we'll definitely be getting fruit from the papayas. And the banana flowers are starting to open up. That one over there, this one's coming down, and I think we got another small little one back there. So huge harvest off of that this year. I think we'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different combs this year. Right here, these ones, and even cherry seeds, which I was gonna buy a cherry tree, and yeah, I didn't buy it, so we got some seeds here. And yeah, I think I'm feeling more like we should try some more growing trees from seeds, since most of the clones are not really doing well. They're all drying up. Like this one, the apple, like I checked it, it made no roots, but it's getting some leaves at least, and this one hasn't dried up at all. But everything else it's looking real dry, even though I keep the soil really moist under there. But yeah, I think we're gonna try doing some more seeds, especially for plants like jackfruit, which we can't really get a grafted tree. Even the trees at the stores, those are grown from seed. You can't really get a grafted tree. They rarely sell those. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna go to a few stores and check it out. So just checked. These were in a dark bag. Look at those are already producing roots. So I guess this is the best way to go about it. Just the paper bag method, sticking it in a dark place, and they really like that. Make sure you use dechlorinated water, by the way. All right, we're at the Cam Long Market, and we're here trying to see what kind of fruits they have. Maybe some trees, and we're gonna get some ramen noodles for a ramen video. Already we got jackfruits and mangosteen, the best one. Logan's right here, lychees. So yeah, let's score. Let's get Logan. Let's get one Logan. Wow, sweet, bro. Tamrind 2 right here, great. Big dwarfs right here.
The right behind.
Alright, we got some rambutans here.
And
Logan's
your
in there.
expensive, most expensive.
Some very expensive mangosteen.
$20. Eat it. Eat it.
$20. Rare fruit. We're at the other store. See what trees they got. See if they have any fruit. Jackfruit's still here.
Somehow get to before then. You get text.
How are you gonna?
Getting some
I don't know.
root to grow as well. This is gonna be a ground cover crop.
How are you gonna?
So here's what we scored. Some sound mouse here. We're gonna just keep growing more and more from seeds and just see if we could do that. And then I'm gonna try some for the Longan too. This is galunga root here. We're gonna try and grow as cover crop. And then of course our mangosteen here, and some tamarinds, lucana. That's our nitrogen fixing tree. And then some sesame balls. So I'm gonna cut these open right now and eat some of them and show you the inside. All right, so here we have the fruit. Crush it open. And yeah, inside is the flesh. Everyone comes with 1 seed. Oops, crushed it a little too hard. Man. Wow, there is way too much sugar in that. This is literally the best fruit on the planet. I've tried quite a few rare fruits. Nothing as good as that. Okay, I'm trying to explain the flavor. It looks kind of like banana, but it's just so sweet. It's literally the sweetest thing ever. And it's kind of tastes like an orange, bit of tangerine, kind of some mango, but it's got like a buttery, rich taste. So yeah, that's why we're trying to grow it. So here's one of the seeds. And I don't think it's gonna grow here, but we're just trying it just in case. Main reason I bought these, $20, is because I haven't had them in so long, and they're just a rare fruit. It's rare to see these. When you see them, you gotta get them. Oh, it looks like there's 2 seeds. Oh man, that's so good. It's like on the inside, it kind of looks like garlic cloves, kind of like banana textured garlic cloves, but man, it's so good. All right, let's try the Logan or Mian. I haven't shown you what these actually look like. These are the ones we're growing. Whoops, I squished it a little bit. Kind of harder to peel than the Salmows or the other ones. So it looks just like Rambutans. It's a little bit, kind of a weirder taste. Pretty good though. And it's called Dragon's Eye. I don't know why it's called Dragon's Eye actually, but I guess this is the eye in here. So we're gonna save these seeds and we're gonna try and grow them. It's pretty good fruit. It's just an exotic taste. Kind of like a grape, but like, it's got kind of a weird aftertaste, but it's pretty good. So here's one of the seeds and we're gonna collect a bunch of these and try and grow them. Alright, that's enough seeds. We already got 2 Logan trees. We're just doing this for fun. If they grow, maybe I could sell them. I guess we'll just show what the Rambutans look like. I mean, you've already probably seen them in the other episode. These are much better, actually. They're kind of the same texture, just they're much sweeter and more tart, more kind of sour, which is good in this condition, in this case. And they're much more fruit. But there's also much more seed. So, pretty good. These ones are pretty sweet. I kind of like them sour. Not like a lemon sour, more like kind of like an orange sour. And they kind of taste like grapes in texture, but it's just a cool soft little texture. Here's the seed. We're already growing a bunch of these and they're rooting pretty fast. Okay, so right now I've got them sitting in some dechlorinated water. It's warm. You don't want to use it too cold. I think that'll kind of dormant the seeds. I've also peeled off the skin around the mangosteen seeds, so you know they kind of actually look like seeds now. So what we're gonna do is soak them in here for 24 hours. I'll probably be back here the next afternoon to put them into bags. And the Logans I think are actually really easy to grow from the seeds germinating, even easier than Rambutans. But these are a bit harder. So yeah, we're just gonna leave them like that. Let's do the root here next. All right, so for the root, I think you can just bury this, but since we already kind of see this thing shooting out, the red part there, and there's like bugs on it. Is there one on here? I think I'm gonna just try and see if we can get any rooting before we plant it in the ground. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop that up into a bit of a smaller piece. Just this part right here. I've actually, that's a good flavor actually. This is what we were supposed to put in the ribs and back in that barbecue ribs episode. So yeah, what we're gonna do is just put this in a little bit of water. Okay, so I've just got it in a little bowl of water, paper towel there, and we're just gonna see if we can get this. It's kind of in the sun. We want to get a little bit of sun, but a little bit of shade, not too much, so all the way over. And yeah, this place is really starting to fill up with plants. We got all our plants growing over there, and this is kind of our indoor nursery until we can get a greenhouse built over there. But I think this is a pretty easy thing to grow, just kind of like potatoes. You just want to root the eyes and then chop it up, put it in the ground, and I think it's pretty simple. But we're gonna try and get some leaf structure, or just at least some root structure branching out before we put it in the ground. Okay, let's see. I've never actually tried this fruit raw. It's kind of weird. It's like a bean little thing. I don't even know how you're supposed to eat it. Let's see. Boy, is this a interesting fruit right here. Okay, so it's kind of like a caterpillar. I can see where the seeds are. I'm just gonna try some. Wow, that is a cool taste. Wow. Oh my goodness, that's actually really good. So I guess, yeah, there's a lot of seeds on it, man. It's all wet. It's sour. Kind of tastes like candy. Tastes like dried bananas. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. So what we're gonna do is, well, eat some of these. And the seeds take up quite a bit of the fruit, so we'll just do a bunch and put them in here. So this thing is apparently used in a lot of like sour soups, tons of cooking, drinks even. That's not why we're growing it. Apparently it takes like 3 to 6 years to even fruit anyways. We're growing it because apparently it's nitrogen fixing. I don't know if it will have the proper ribozoa in our soil. I don't know if it's gonna adapt to that since it's like completely tropical. It's like from Thailand. But hopefully it works out, and if not, we'll be able to use its fast-growing nitrogen-rich branches as mulch. And since our Albizia levick is not doing anything, then it's fine to have this, and we really don't care if the seeds don't make the fruit. So apparently you want to soak it for 24 hours to speed up the germination. So that's what we're gonna do, just like the other stuff. And I think that's kind of like a general rule for most types of seed. You want to do something around those lines. Not everything, but yeah. So I'm gonna eat a bunch of these, and we're gonna soak them up. All right, so it's the next day. All the seeds have been soaking. Hasn't been 24 hours quite yet though, so we're still gonna give them quite a while. But in the meantime, check out the rambutan seeds. They totally sprouted. I don't know what's going on here, but all of them are sprouting. The ones that were in a dark place, the ones that weren't in a dark place, they haven't sprouted yet at all. But the ones I just kept them in a cupboard up there, they're doing really well. So we're gonna plant them today. So what I'm gonna try and use is a little bit of native soil, some really good quality potting soil, and some sand, and just a little bit of organic matter, and like compost or chicken manure or something. Mix that up into some small containers, and we're gonna plant them in there. Alright, so in these soils, I kind of got a mixture of everything going just to see what's good. We got some in the native soil mixed with potting soil. Of course, there's a bit of sand. I also mixed in some perlite and peat moss for some even better drainage, and it all mixes together pretty well. There's even a little bit of steer manure in there, and there's some chicken poop as well. So kind of just a little bit of everything, and I'm hoping that this will do well. I think you can work with most soil mediums. The main thing is they had to, include some organic material, something that the plant can hold on to, but also be well draining. You want the soil to be moist, not wet. So I just filled these guys up a lot, so they're kind of wet, but they drain really well. So there's no way that it will become like too moist, too wet, and there won't be any root rot. Alright, so I've just placed them in here, and we're just going to keep filling this thing up with more and more seeds like Longans and Mangosteen. But basically what we have is, I placed them on their side like this. Make sure you do that. And the root that was growing out is facing down, so that, you always plant with the root down. The seed is at the top, and it's going to grow out and sprout. I'm hoping that's correct. So yeah, we'll come back and see this in a few weeks and see what we have growing in here. You also want to keep it kind of out of direct sunlight. This kind of looks direct, but it's not really. It's used to growing with filtered sunlight in a tropical area, so we might put some even under the table there or something, because they don't need to get too much sun. Yeah, let's move on to working on these next. Sorry about the mess. I'm trying to make some ramen right now, but we don't have noodles, so I'm trying to make it with flour. Anyways, here are the seeds. If you look at them, some of them you can see they started to crack right there, which that's great. I think that's where the plant will emerge. So for the Longans, we're just gonna put them on this moist paper towel, filtered water, cover it with another one, and the best results I've seen are when they're covered with a bag. So not too tight. A little bit of air can get in actually, and that's what we saw with the rambutans. That was the best results. So I'm just gonna try that with these, and we're gonna put them in a dark place, just like the rambutans, see if it works. All right. So for the mangosteens, they'll go into a paper towel. Give them some moisture on both sides, and then we'll fold that up kind of nice and neat. I think they like being kind of more confined, and these are probably not gonna ever produce fruit, even if I can get this into the tree. We're just doing this for fun here. It's only been done once by anyone, I think, to get fruit off a rambutan in the US, and it was in Miami, I think, and they had a greenhouse and stuff. So we're just doing this for fun. I've seen people who actually have grown them here, but no fruit. Okay, and with the tamarinds, just place some. I've never seen this thing before. The only reason I'm growing it is because it's apparently nitrogen fixing, and I've seen it in some tropic farms before. We'll just put it in here, pretty much the same as the other one, and get a bag and cover it. This one I'm actually gonna leave out in kind of more sunny area, just see what we can get from it. Tropical fruit are pretty hard to grow, but honestly they're really easy to germinate. They just, if they're in a warm, moist, humid environment, like, they grow so fast. So yeah, these I've just been spraying them a bit, trying to get them growing. Look at that, you can see it. Look close, it's already green. These things will probably grow pretty fast, which is so cool because I've never seen rambutans in the US. But anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and try this out. If you ever are lucky enough to come across some of these fruits in stores, it's not that rare if you're in like Southern California, but if you do find these, you should check it out and try to grow them from seed. It shouldn't be too long. I think it will take 10 to 15 days for the most of them to germinate. The thing about the mangosteen is it will take forever. It takes like 2 years to grow like a 2-foot sapling, so that'll be a project. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated on the progress.